guys and the records, one old guy for now while Sydney's lockdown restrictions continue. I've lost count on how many weeks we've been in lockdown, but we've persisted, Mike and I, in bringing you some great segments about our favourite records. Don't forget to like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, keep those comments coming through, and share the love of these episodes with all your friends, okay, so we can create this cult of records here on Two Old Guys and Their Records. This week we're looking at our favourite debut singles. I've tried to keep it as pure as possible by choosing singles that I bought without these artists having any background information or any background bands. I could have easily said The Bottom Line by BAD is fantastic, which it is, but Mick Jones was in The Clash for several years and he had success with The Clash. So I've kept it as pure as possible, and this band that I'm featuring today is incredible. Their debut single grabbed my attention immediately. There's a great scene in Jerry Maguire when Renee says to Tom,
"You had me at hello."
Well, this band had me at the riff. Living Colour, The Cult of Personality. What an incredible song. But before we start on the song, let's look at a little bit of background. Living Colour was Vernon Reid, the guitarist's band. He's English born, but he settles in, the United States. It's a jazz funk band with, some political, songs coming through. They find some kind of stability after a few years with Corey Glover on vocals and Muzz Skilling on bass and of course Will Calhoun on drums. But it's their live show that grabs people's attention and their reputation begins to grow. So when they actually wrote Cult of Personality for the lead up to the album Vivid, it is an incredible driving song, Vernon Reid's riff, just blows you away. But it's also Calhoun's big drumming and that big bass by Skilling, and of course Glover's, vocals with a lot of conviction. It's a perfect rock song, and it does very, very well. It hits the top 20 in the USA. On the wave of that, Vivid is released the album, and that goes to number 6 in the US. And, from obscurity, suddenly these guys are opening for Guns N' Roses and for the Rolling Stones on their Steel Wheels tour. So it was an incredible rise. I just don't understand why Australia didn't share my love for Living Colour, because the song only went to number 54, I think, on the Australian charts, whereas in New Zealand it hit the top 5. So the Kiwis knew something. They were onto it very, very early. And what I love about the song, it's not just the music, its lyrics are fascinating too, because they look at the cult of personalities throughout history, especially in the 20th century. You've got Stalin and Mussolini, authoritarians that exiled and ordered the murder of hundreds of thousands, millions of people. But then you've got Mahatma Gandhi, who is passive. So what is it that draws us to these cult of personalities? Very, very fascinating. Adolf Hitler was, going to be mentioned in the original song, but they sort of want to avoid the controversy and they pulled it out. But yes, great song by Living Colour. Now, did we, follow through with Living Colour? Of course we did, with Open Letter, and then we bought, Vivid and all that, and Time's Up, and they were one of my favourite bands. Now, do you share my love with Cult of Personality? Do you think it's a great rock song? Was Vernon Reid the new Hendrix? Bit of controversy there. Did it on purpose? No, I did it on purpose. It was intentional. Tell us all about it. Send in your comments. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe to our channel. And share the love for this episode with your friends. Okay, tomorrow I will be back with another favourite debut single. See you then.